I want to also take this opportunity to remind you of our 50th anniversary celebration. We're excited to look back and see all that God has done at Grace Baptist Church. So we want you to mark your calendars for October 10th through the 12th as we gather to celebrate our first 50 years together in ministry. Today, I'd like to share with you a brief overview of the history of our children's and youth ministry here at Grace Baptist Church. From day one, Grace Baptist Church has loved kids. That was evident in the love that Jack Dean so eagerly displayed. Due to his passion for children and youth, the bus ministry was started. Kids all over Bowie were picked up to come and attend services. Stories are told of the competition between Pastor Price and Pastor Lane, who could pack the most kids into a bus on a Sunday morning and get those kids into Sunday school. So that was a neat thing to see. And then also in a small house, church where they first started, the first children's choir was started by way of Willie Pitts and Gwen Beckham, which helped form the foundation of children's ministry. The Awana program was started in 1969 under the leadership of George Roby. Through the Awana ministry, thousands of kids have been impacted with the gospel and have had the opportunity to memorize God's word. Throughout the years, we've had 13 Awana commanders who have served in this amazing ministry. Through the years, many lay people stepped in and led a growing children's ministry. Through Sunday school, VBS programs, summer camps, and children's church, they served as great opportunities for our children to grow spiritually. As our numbers increased, so did our need for a full-time children's pastor. We've had Eric Myers, Dave Vance, Aaron Holloway, and now our own Jamie Miller, who have answered that call to children's ministry. Of course, a strong children's ministry leads to the need for a youth program. Jack and Maxine Dean saw that need, and they became the first leaders of the youth. Jackie and Toby Bird soon began working with the youth ministry. They led the youth in musicals, they had socials, and they taught Sunday schools. These musicals were even taken on the road, all right? They brought such strong community among the teens. Some of these teens are still very active in serving today. When Tim Albritton came to Grace, he continued the vision for music and drama. Tim started youth choirs for all ages and continued doing musicals and dramas as well as summer camps. As you see there, a camp that we went to out to Arkansas. And he also opened his house regularly to the young people. As the church continued to grow and the youth programs grew, Tim went full-time with the music ministry. And in 1986, Grace Baptist Church asked me to take over the youth program. The youth continued to do musicals, dramas, camps, and retreats. Due to the growth among the youth, we then split and created a middle school ministry and a high school ministry. Sports outreach became a big part as it was introduced, along with youth missions trips. Grace has supported youth missions trips that have centered pretty much on Saltillo, Mexico City and the surrounding areas, and Houston, Texas. You see those individuals that we work with when we go to those different locations. One of our missions trip combined sports and drama, and we went to locations in Georgia and Florida, and what a great opportunity that was. But as a result of one of the camps we went to in Florida, we caught the vision for starting our own summer team outreach. These thus began Teen Extravaganza. Each year has looked a little different, but each with the goal of sharing the gospel and seeing teens come to Christ and grow in Him. There was a time when, due to space limitations in our building here, we rented some rooms at the Whitehall Elementary School across the way here and ran our middle school and high school programs during the week there. When the two-story addition that we presently have was finished, we then moved those ministries back here to Grace. Because of the importance of middle school ministry, God allowed us then to call middle school pastor Jimmy Pederick into our lives. And others have led the middle school ministry, are Joey Ryder and Chuck Scarlatta, along with countless number of volunteers. As the children's and youth ministries continue to grow, we began to pray for a place to meet the growing needs of our youth ministry. So God abundantly provided and gave us Jireh Place in 2008. Jireh has given us the opportunity to not only expand youth ministry, but it's also, that's been just an awesome thing for me to have Jireh Place, if you don't know that, okay? Now, I've read through this about 20 times, And I only cried once during it, okay? But this is one of those rare times, so sorry about that. But it's not only expanded our youth ministry, but also other ministries within our church. And so that's been a huge blessing. And we've seen students come to know Christ as a result of that God's answer and provision of Jireh Place. We love the opportunity to take mission trips abroad, but for the past 3 years now, we've had the awesome privilege and opportunity to serve our community here through Grace Gives. Pastor Mark brought this vision to us, and we're so thankful because now we not only continue to take mission trips abroad, but we also value being able to do missions work right here in Bowie. As we look at our past, we see that God has supplied abundantly everything that we have needed in children's and youth ministry. Many of you have served or currently are serving in children's and youth ministry, and to that I say thank you, and let's continue to serve God faithfully. May we be faithful to reach and teach our children and youth in the next 50 years. Thank you.